Noor was a restless soul, caught in the ceaseless rush of life in Dhaka. As a journalist, she thrived on stories, but her heart yearned for something deeper, an escape, an adventure that would connect her to something greater. When her editor assigned her to cover a remote village on the edge of the Sundarbans, Noor leapt at the opportunity. The Sundarbans were a world apart from the bustling city, a vast, untamed land where the rivers kissed the sands and the mangroves whispered secrets. The villagers lived in harmony with the forest, their lives intertwined with its rhythms. But they also lived in fear, revering Bonbibi, the spirit guardian of the forest, and telling stories of beings that roamed the sands at night. Nor dismissed these as folklore until one moonlit evening her curiosity drew her beyond the safety of the village. The wind seemed alive, whispering her name, leading her to an ancient, weathered shrine near the edge of the forest. There, she met Zahir. Zahir was unlike anyone she had ever encountered. His golden eyes glinted in the moonlight, and his presence was magnetic, commanding. He claimed to be a traveler, a wanderer of the sands, but something about him felt otherworldly. As days passed, Noor found herself seeking him out, captivated by his stories of the forest and the unspoken sadness in his voice. But the Sundarbans were not just a forest. They were alive, and they noticed. Noor began to experience strange phenomena. Shadows moved at the edge of her vision, the sands seemed to shift beneath her feet, and the whispers in the wind grew louder. Zahir finally revealed his secret. He was a Jinn, bound to the shrine by a curse that had lasted centuries. The curse wasn't just his burden, it was tied to the forest itself, an ancient punishment for defying the laws of the Jinn to save a human life. Zahir warned Noor that her connection to him could anger the forest spirits, but she couldn't turn away. She was determined to free him. Noor sought the wisdom of the village elders, who warned her of the trials she would face, tests of courage, trust, and sacrifice. Breaking Zahir's curse would disturb the balance of the Sundarbans and risk invoking the wrath of Bonbibi herself. But Noor's heart was set. The first trial tested her courage, forcing her to brave the raging tides of the river during a storm. The second trial challenged her trust as she navigated illusions created by the forest spirits. With each trial, the bond between Noor and Zahir deepened, but so did the danger. The cursed Jinn, led by a malevolent entity named Karis, began to haunt Noor. Karis was furious that Zahir might escape their shared fate and threatened to destroy her if she continued. Despite their warnings, Noor pressed on. In the final trial, Noor faced the test of spirit, confronting her deepest fears. She saw visions of Zahir disappearing, of herself lost and forgotten in the endless sands. The trial nearly broke her, but her resolve proved unshakable. She shattered the curse, freeing Zahir from the shrine. But the forest did not forgive easily. The skies darkened, and the winds roared as Bonbibi herself appeared. The guardian spirit was furious, accusing Noor of disrupting the delicate balance of the Sundarbans. Zahir and Noor stood together, pleading their case. They fought not with weapons, but with their love, proving their intentions were pure. Moved by their devotion, Bonbibi relented. She blessed their union, but warned that the forest would always watch them, testing their loyalty to the land they now called home. Noor chose to stay with Zahir, leaving behind her life in Dhaka. Together, they became protectors of the Sundarbans, living in harmony with its rhythms. Their love became a legend, whispered by the villagers, a tale of a human and a Jinn who defied the spirits of the forest to be together. But deep within the mangroves, the sands still shifted, and the winds still whispered. Their story was far from over, for the Sundarbans never truly rested.